Mr. Christoph Meyenberg, Acting Chief of Protocol, representing the Government of Austria, fellow ambassadors, representatives of international organizations, Mr. Gerd Müller, DG UNIDO, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, allow me to welcome all of you to this event to celebrate India's Republic Day. It has been 75 years since 26 January 1950, when a recently independent nation adopted a new constitution, a living document to guide us on our journey towards a just, equitable, and democratic future. It is rightly said that 75 years is but the blink of an eye in the life of a country. This is especially true of India with its thousands of years of civilization and history. Even though 75 years that have just passed have been truly remarkable for India. We have not only consolidated our national progress, but also achieved a series of impressive transformations. From being a land of famines and food import dependency, India is today self-sufficient in food. We are currently the world's largest exporter of rice, as well as an exporter of wheat and a range of agricultural products. From being a technologically underdeveloped nation, today we are world leaders in the digital domain, have made and continue to break new frontiers in space exploration, nuclear technology, biotechnology, and pharmaceuticals, just to name a few. From a weak and underperforming economy, we are today the 5th largest economy in the world, with trends propelling us to the 3rd largest by the end of this decade. And we are the world's fastest growing major economy, and consistently so. From having a relatively poorly nourished population with weak health and educational indicators, India is today not just the world's largest country in terms of population, but Indians are living longer and healthier and are better educated with each passing generation. Today, Indians are succeeding not just in India, but leading the world, from the CEOs of world's leading technology firms, or even in terms of political leadership. And from a land ravaged by colonial exploitation, India now confidently celebrates its unique civilizational personality. From yoga to Ayurveda to the power of its film industry, its amazing textiles and handicrafts, and its vibrant cuisine, which I'm happy to report you will be sampling today. India indeed is taking its place in the sun. Truly, it has never been so good to be an Indian as it is today. And the best thing is that tomorrow is looking even better. For all this, apart from the hard work of billions of Indians, we have to thank our democratic and republican constitution, which we are commemorating this evening. Friends, today's event is not just a tribute to India. It is also an occasion for us to celebrate our strong and dynamic partnership with Austria. I'm delighted that so many of our Austrian friends have joined us. Ihnen sage ich, Grüß Gott und danke für Ihre Freundschaft. Das Jahr 2024 war ein Meilenstein für die indisch-österreichische Partnerschaft. Im Juli startete der indische Premierminister, Herr Narendra Modi, Österreich einen offiziellen Besuch ab. Dies war der erste Besuch eines indischen Premierministers in Österreich seit 4 Jahrzehnten. Als Indiens Chefdiplomat in Wien war das schon etwas Spezielles für mich, aber was mich besonders gefreut hat, war der Inhalt der Gespräche auf Führungsebene. Wir haben unsere bilaterale Partnerschaft sehr ausführlich erörtert. Aber ebenso wichtig war, dass wir uns aktiv mit den Perspektiven des anderen zu globalen und regionalen Themen auseinandergesetzt haben. Vom Konflikt in der Ukraine und im Nahen Osten über die Entwicklungen im indopazifischen Raum bis hin zu den Beziehungen zwischen Indien und der EU, den Auswirkungen der Technologie, der Reform der Global Governance und vielen anderen Themen, die uns alle betreffen. Dabei entdeckten wir neue Synergien und Konvergenzen in unseren jeweiligen Ansätzen, wie in der ersten gemeinsamen Joint Statement dargelegt, die wir während des Besuchs des Premierministers veröffentlicht haben. Auf bilateraler Ebene sondieren wir zahlreiche Möglichkeiten, von grüner Technologie bis hin zu Verkehr und Infrastruktur. Eine Reihe von Gelegenheiten, bei denen österreichische Technologie auf indische Skala treffen und gemeinsame Innovation und Wachstum anregen kann. Ich bin zuversichtlich, dass wir die Energie und den Schwung, die durch den Besuch von Premierminister Modi entstanden sind, aufrechterhalten können. Bei meinen Treffen mit Vertretern der Bundesregierung und einer Reihe von Stakeholdern, leitenden Geschäftsführern, politische Leiter, Redakteuren, Bürgermeistern, Universitätsrektoren und vielen anderen bin ich von dem starken Wunsch geprägt, sich mit Indien zu engagieren und unsere bilateralen Beziehungen zu vertiefen. Ich und meine Kollegen in der Botschaft werden mit Ihnen zusammenarbeiten, um das Potenzial unserer bilateralen Partnerschaft als zwei Demokratien, die ähnliche Werte und Interessen teilen, anzuschöpfen. Ich bin davon überzeugt, dass wir gemeinsam eine Zukunft aufbauen können und werden, die für beide Seiten von Nutzen ist. Talking of sharing, one facet that struck me was the growing interest in Austria in yoga, meditation, and in the ancient Indian medical system of Ayurveda. In a recent column in the Courier newspaper, I described this as India's triad of wellness. It is wonderful to see such a broad section of Austrian society showing growing and deep interest in these Indian civilizational systems, which promises new frontiers for our friendship at the people level. And speaking of the people, let me acknowledge the role that Indians and people of Indian origin are making in Austria. Many of you are here with us this evening, from running tech companies to music, from business to education. It is heartening to see more and more Indians making a mark in Austria and building living bridges of friendship between us. Friends, as always, I've spoken a bit too long, but I hope you will share my belief and determination in an ever stronger partnership between India and Austria. Before I finish, a few words to the multilateral community in Vienna, which is also well represented this evening. Let me just say that the Permanent Mission of India is thankful for our partnership with each one of you here, whether in the IAEA, UNIDO, UNODC, UN Outer Space Affairs, and the many other UN and multilateral bodies, and others like Vasana or IASA. I would also like to record my appreciation for your support in taking over as chair of the Commission on Narcotic Drugs in its 68th session. I look forward to active engagement from all of you in the CND. India believes deeply in multilateralism. We are committed to a multilateral system that is efficient, inclusive, and responsive to the needs of developing countries. And we will work with all our partners in realizing mutually beneficial and consensus-based outcomes that reflect the Vienna spirit. Once again, thank you very much for joining us this evening, and thank you for your friendship and partnership. Namaste to all.